Aberdeen need to get a result. They can't get beat. If they get beat tonight, then third spot is out the window because they're 3 points behind Hibs with an inferior goal difference. So Aberdeen need to get a result against Celtic. Forget the cup final. They need, if they want to finish third, they need to get a result tonight and hope St Mirren can do them a favour. But I mean, in terms of, the cup final will take care of itself. But if they don't win that cup final, then third spot becomes the holy grail, doesn't it, for the European group stage football? And that's the massive thing for all the teams chasing that there. Because I'm sure that even if Hibs do finish third, they'll be praying that Celtic win the Scottish Cup. So in terms of, this game, Celtic obviously want to win every game. They want to win it, rack up as many points as they can and score as many goals. We've seen that a few weeks ago. Brendan Rodgers, he's not one for taking the foot off the gas. I think after the St Johnstone defeat, he went through his team. So Celtic will still be up for this, despite the fact that the league's won and they've got very little to play for. But this is a game where Aberdeen really have to do something in terms of getting a result in this fight for third spot, or it's done and dusted tonight, sort of thing.
That's interesting, Bunsey, because I would have assumed that up there, the kind of feeling on the ground would be the Scottish Cup is really the one that matters. Third place, fourth place, shrug of the shoulders. The Scottish Cup final's the big one. But you seem to think, you tell me that the fans up there would rather finish third and win the Scottish Cup.
No, I'm not saying that. But in terms of, I think there's a reality there that, like, on form, if you're looking at that Scottish Cup final, can you see past Celtic winning against Aberdeen?
No.
It's probably, yeah, exactly. Most people are in that boat. It's going to take an almighty upset for Aberdeen to win that cup. So if they don't win that cup, they need to finish third to get guaranteed group stage football. And that's what I'm saying in context of third spot could still be massive. But certainly they're not writing off the Scottish Cup.
Mick, Aberdeen got off to such a great start under Jimmy Tilleen this season. If Hibs finish third and Celtic win the Scottish Cup, would this be written off as a fourth season for Aberdeen?
No, I don't think so. I mean, listen, they threw a horrendous spell when they couldn't buy a win. But listen, in the end of last season, Aberdeen were pretty poor. I mean, a dreadful kind of season. I mean, not that long ago, they got embarrassed by like a Darvel and all that stuff. I think Tilleen's come in. He brought back a bit of excitement the first half of the season. People were talking about them challenging the title and all that stuff. I mean, all right, admittedly a bit fanciful, but back in October, that was the kind of chat. All right, they hit the skids and through a really poor spell, but they came kind of strong again towards the end of the season and they've got themselves back in it. They finished fourth, got to the semi-final, League Cup, final of the Scottish Cup. Listen, I don't think it's a spectacular, successful season, but from where they came from, I think it's a pretty solid season and it's given them a good base to build on for next term. If they win the Scottish Cup and grab third, it's an amazing season. So it's fine margins at this point in time. Yeah. I think it's been a pretty good term for them in general. Listen, the place has been packed out up here. Bunsey will tell you more than me. A lot of big crowds, a lot of excitement. The fans are stuck with them even through that bad run. Yeah, I think it has been a decent, more than decent season for Aberdeen, regardless.
Yeah. Let me come in there, Keith. I don't think if Aberdeen finish fourth or fifth and don't win the cup, I think Jimmy Taylor has underachieved this season. I really do. With the money he's spent as a manager, and he's been well back, he's brought in his own players. I think Aberdeen should have been well clear in third spot by now. So, but he's got the fans. He's got the fans on side. He said the fans on side all season. They've backed him and they've shown support and patience when they haven't with previous managers. So he's got that in his corner. But I think if Aberdeen will finish fourth or fifth and they'll win the cup, I think he's underachieved.
I was going to say, is the metric for judging the success of or otherwise of the man in charge at Aberdeen not usually the sort of extent of the crowds and the attendances at Pittodrie? And if you're using that as the metric, the Aberdeen fans seem fairly pleased with what they've seen, even though I think you're right, Burnsy. I think, given the start that he made to this season, this potentially could become a bit of a botch job. Aberdeen, having got themselves into such a strong situation after the first round of fixtures, they're not where they should be.
No, I don't think they are where they should be either. And if you look at, in terms of the financial backing, the board have backed them all the way. They've spent big money. They've spent more than Rangers. I mean, they've really gone for it with the manager. And it'll be the same again this summer. But I just think that in terms of value for money, the Aberdeen fans, I know that they're backing them. There's a few more murmurs now, but I don't think if Aberdeen don't finish or if don't get European group stage football next season, I think they've been shortchanged this season. I really do.